Alright, I just wanted to do a reminder video for the homework so that everyone was clear and on the same page with the instructions. I know we went over it in class, but then that way you can review this and rewind and pause as needed. I'm just going to grab the text. You can use the text that I've provided here. If my mouse lets me, close enough, I'll add the dash. You can use the text here or the text that's in the book, that's fine. One thing I didn't mention is it's 5 variations of these, so it's an 8x8 times 5 artboards. So 8x8. And my screen is a little bit different than yours because I'm actually one step behind in the programs. 8x8, and we want 5 artboards. And I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. So what we're going to do, since we're going to be using Illustrator for this and not InDesign, we want to go to the View menu, Show Grid. This is what we want to be working from. So you can have 5 artboards, or you can just make 5 individual pages just to show that. That would be the default to 1. I'm fine with either as long as there are the 5. Show that grid, and I'm going to go ahead and paste all that type. Now, your book does say just to go ahead and set it to 20 points. If you don't have the character palette up here, remember it's also off here to the side. I'm going to fix the errors from the copy and paste. And so basically what this is saying is step 1, you just have it at the 20 point. What we're doing is taking it then as word by word. I'm going to double click, and then I'm going to strip each of them and get them by themselves. Sign 2, and then I go on and so forth. So just keep double clicking to select, and then copy paste. Double click to select, copy, that's Apple C, and new text box V. Now I do need to figure out how to get your guys' auto text to turn off, so give me a little bit on that. You can use the entire typeface family, so the bolds, the extra large, etc., whatever you want. E is your free transform, and now we just do our dance on the page. Fit it within the grids. Have a little bit of fun with this. Think of this as like the thumbnails. But the thumbnails in this case are all going to be digital rather than on paper. And I'm going to be using this line. Let me pull a ruler out so you can see. I'm going to be using this line, and I'm going to, in particular, be using this line for this composition. And that was a little off, ignore that. And then fit the design through here. If you want it to rotate, if you just start to rotate, it's probably going to make it a little bit wobbly. I have that actually turned off on mine. But your free transform, that's the one right here. And if you hover, you can see it's E. E will allow you to adjust its orientation, and you can rotate it up and down, backwards, etc. Scale it up, scale it down, depending on what you want for your piece. So you will be getting comfortable with free transform, and I just leave it for now. Just leave it on whatever its default is, because we want to just do the standard default for our changes. The reverses, just to go over that real quick, and then I'll set you loose. I'm going to make my typeface white, and I'm going to make a box behind it, and I'm just going to use the micro grids for that one. Alright, put a black fill on it, and you're like, oh no, but it's not there. It's alright. Object arrange, and send it to the back, and then you're going to get that reverse. And you can use your free transform, because I forgot about the descender. And then adjust accordingly using those little teeny tiny subdivisions. So we were making in class basically the 1 inch by 1 inch, which is the more solid dark lines, and then we have our tenths in between. or whatever unit of measurement they're using. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they're eighths subdivision. The eighths are if you want really nitpicky, uber precision, and the 1 inch by 1 inch is just going to be a little bit less detail oriented. It's just going to depend on your work style. So you can do reverses, you can scale it up, scale it down, you can crop some of it off like we were doing in class. Do 5 variations of these in that 8 by 8 grid, and just have fun with it. Think of this as pure experimentation. All right, hope this helps.